Hey there, YouTube, it's me, SuperKook, coming at you guys today with a Clear Skies OU match against SoAddictedToTheWii. First off, I really want to apologize about the lack of videos. Usually I would use this time to explain teams, and I'm going to explain why I didn't show up regularly in a moment, but that's actually what I'm going to do right now, pretty much. What I want to say is, sorry about the lack of videos. I was right at the end of the school year, and I wanted to finish out the school year. And then immediately when summer started, I got really busy. And, also, technical difficulties. This battle, the reason why I didn't start out walking around like I usually do, is because this was intended to be the 100 sub special, which was going to be a picture-in-picture narration, but technical difficulties prevented me from, actually doing it, because my computer sucks. So the combination of the technical difficulties and the busy prevented me from actually making videos. So, yeah. The battle is about to start here in a moment. Use your imagination to figure out what the teams do. Okay. Also, I guess, while I'm here, I might as well ask, what tier would you guys like to see? I'm kind of interested in Ubers and UU a little bit outside of just OU. But, if you guys want me to do anything lower tier, let me know. So anyways, match starts out with him going on the offensive, and me setting up rocks in the very first turn. So I see he has Earthquake. Don't necessarily know much else than that. He switches out right away. I'm like, okay. He switches in to Magnezone, to Magnet pull me in while I set up my first layer of spikes. I'm like, okay, can't get out, can't really do a lot of damage. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just going to continue setting up spikes. And then he uses Charge Beam. Unfortunately, his special attack is raised, and now I see what he's going to do. He's going to trap me in, and keep getting a special attack insanely high, and get a sweep right at the beginning of the match. And I'm just like, no me gusta. I can't do a lot. I have all my spikes set up, and all I can pretty much do is Gyro Ball. Lefties here is actually going to end up hurting me more than helping me, because with the lefties, a little bit of recovery I'm getting is going to make it so I can survive just like 2 or 3 extra hits. So his special attack is just going to get up higher, which really sucks. So now he's plus 3 or 4, I believe, off the top of my head, full health and behind a sub. I'm switching to Rotom and get off an overheat to break the sub, but I miss, and he goes for the Thunderbolts, and he gets a crit, and I'm like, I think that may have mattered, because I resisted it, and Rotom has decent defense. So now I gotta switch in my Haxorus. Hopefully I'll be able to take it. I'll go for an Earthquake to finally break the sub. Maybe I'll be able to start getting some damage in. Hopefully. He goes for the Thunderbolt, and takes me down pretty low. Yeah, not low. He kills me. Now I'm finally going to switch in Gliscor. I didn't want to switch this thing in earlier, fearing the Hidden Power Ice, and with all that special attack, he's going to be able to take me out. But apparently he doesn't have it, because he chooses to switch out, and switch in Yo Brother, while I set up a sub. Now, pretty much he's just going to slack off the Rocks damage, while I get off a Toxic. He goes for an Ice Beam to break my substitute, but I'm pretty much golden now. This toxic stalling Gliscor is pretty much, essentially the Pokemon equivalent of Jesus. Sorry, Arceus, move over. Make room for a Gliscor on the top of the totem pole. Gliscor for Ubers. Not really, I wouldn't be able to use an OU then. But anyways, you've probably been watching. We're kind of, toxic stalling for a little bit. I'm subbing down. He's Ice Beaming after turn. I'm just getting the recovery and protecting to finish off the recovery so I can set up another sub, and that's pretty much how it's happening. He keeps slacking off all the toxic damage, but it's racking up now, so he chooses to switch out into Mastermind the Alakazam while I set up another sub. He sets up a sub 2, and I just go for an Earthquake, knowing that Alakazams have a little bit of poo-poo defense, so he wouldn't survive. He decides here that it would be best to switch out into Landorus. I go for an Earthquake, it can't do much. She goes for the Stone Edge, and it breaks my sub. That doesn't really, matter a lot. But I get off a Toxic on this thing too, because this Gliscor likes a Toxic stuff. I'm gonna protect, and he's gonna Stone Edge again, so I'm starting to think maybe he's locked into something? I don't know. Now I'm gonna switch into my T-Tar, and he's going to miss the Stone Edge. And I'm just going to go for a Crunch. Nom 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 nom. Fair thrones don't necessarily taste good. But Iron Barbs and Life Orb is gonna start wearing me down. It's gonna take me down pretty quick, unfortunately. Now he's gonna set up a Leech Seed. Fantastic. Dragon Tail him right out because I don't want to deal with him. But the combination of Iron Barbs, Life Orb, and Leech Seed is going to take me down pretty low. And it's going to help out his Slowbro by giving him just a little bit of HP. And leftovers, of course. So now I'm down just below half, and he's pretty much at full. I decide it's best to switch out here and switch into the Starmie of David. He's just going to go for a Scald. Obviously, I'm going to take that because I resisted, even though Starmie doesn't necessarily have the greatest defense in the whole wide world. He's going to switch out. I'm going to go for an Ice Beam, predicting the Thlanderous, but, you know, he probably predicted a Surf, so he just switched into this thing. And, yeah. Ice Beam doesn't do a lot, but fortunately I can outspeed him and go for the hidden power Fire and take out this thing that almost swept my team with some lucky hacks. That sucks. Anyways, he's gonna switch in his Alakazam, and he outspeeds me. Like, wow, I always forget how fast Alakazam is, because I know Starmie is really fast itself, but Alakazam is also very fast. I'm gonna switch in Tyranitar. Hopefully I can scare him out. He goes for a Focus Blast. That kind of mattered as I'm able to get off the Dragon Dance, now outspeed him and finish him off with a Crunch. But it's not that big of a deal. I don't think Alakazam could have really wrecked my team anyway, so yeah. He's gonna switch in to his Landorus and just U-turn out. It's gonna finish me off. So now I'm starting to think, okay, yeah, after the Dragon Dance, he still outsped me. He's definitely Choice Scarfed. So I'll have to keep that in mind. He's gonna switch in his Infernape, and I'm gonna switch in Gliscor just to see if he's locked into something. And he goes for another Flare Blitz, 2 in a row. So that kind of makes me think he's locked in. I knew I would be able to survive it, but whatever. I'm just going to go for an Earthquake and finish off this fiery monkey. And Poison Heal is going to bring me back up to the green. Hip hip hooray. Switching back into Landorus, the Randarozu, while I protect. And he goes for a Stone Edge, so I'm like, I don't think he has really much that can, you know, hurt me. So I'm pretty darn safe in here. I'm just going to set up a sub, which is kind of risky because now I'm really low HP. If we got a crit, I probably would have not been able to set up a sub there, but whatever. Protect, Poison Heal myself up, and Toxic will finish him off, which is always fantastic because, you know, the Randarozu is not fine. He's going to switch in Yo Brother, so it's up to Yo Brother and Ferrothorn to take down pretty much my Gliscor, but they can't do it. They can't. You know why? Because Gliscor is a boss with my stalling abilities to stall and stuff. He's going to switch in Ferrothorn, and after Spikes and Rocks, yeah, he's going to be down pretty low. I set up a sub here so I can get the Poison Heal, then I decided not to protect because I know I would be able to outspeed it and just finish off with an Earthquake unless for some reason it was Scarf or had speed investment. But it wouldn't. They usually carry Gyro Ball, so he has no reason to have that. So now I protect. He slacks off. And yeah, so pretty much that's the game. We're gonna Toxic Stall each other to death. So if you need to go back to the beginning of the video, I asked, you don't need to go back, but pretty much I was asking, what tier would you guys like to see more? I'm really interested in OU, of course, and lately I've been wanting to play a bit more Ubers and UU. RU, NU, and PU, I don't really like the lower tier, but if you guys really want me to see it, I am definitely willing to try it for you guys. So, if you guys want that, definitely let me know, leave a comment, leave a like. Check me out in the description, Facebook, Tumblr, Skype, if you want battles, all that good stuff in the description. So, that's about it. Like I said, sorry about the lack of videos. I love you all. Bye-bye.